I'm excited for this episode. I'm not gonna lie. This here. I'm gonna call this one the future. I'm gonna call it the future. I'm not even gonna name, just the future.
Yeah.
This ain't even an episode number. It's just the future.
Oh, not even a number.
Nah, this ain't even a number. This is the future.
If it was a number,
it would be 59. It'd be episode. If it was, but this is the future. You know what I'm saying? We got two fantastic young talented DJs in the building. They haven't got enough of the history hasn't started yet. Do you get what I'm saying? So there's not nothing to run down other than they got a fantastic future ahead of them. So we got the real DJ Bradshaw in the building, and we got DJ Taylor-Rae. Make some noise. Welcome guys.
Thank you.
Yes. Firstly, what are your ages? Because this is the moment in history. So when you guys look back, you can say, when I was, I did this, and then hopefully like bring us old guys through. So yeah, what's your current ages?
Oh, okay. So I'm Taylor-Rae and I'm 15 years old.
15?
Yeah.
I'm DJ Bradshaw, I'm 17.
17.
Mad.
It's amazing to see.
What age did you start DJing?
What at this level?
In general though.
I started maybe 16.
How is it?
Yeah, youth club time 16.
Oh.
But that was just my interest in DJing. Like I've gone to the youth club. Booking which boy? No, sir. I think my first booking might have been about 19. Like no, maybe 18. But it was just a little warm up thing.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? But it was different back then.
Yeah,
the whole game was different. Like a lot more gatekeepers. You'd have to really go through the ranks or whatever. So it's a bit different. But in order of taking it serious, like that didn't happen for many years. Okay. Like it was something I really enjoyed doing, but I couldn't see it as a career. I don't think there was anybody that could be, this guy's got a bright future. The way I look at these two, you get what I'm saying? There's a few youngsters right now that are really doing things. Yeah. But to me, these two in particular really stand 100%. Out. Yeah, they really stand out. So, all right, we're gonna talk about like your influences and all of these things, yeah. But I'm gonna tell you how I know these both, yeah. So, firstly, Bradshaw, I was playing that is Grand's.
Dad's.
Yeah, it was your dad's party. His dad's 50th. His dad's 107 now. No, I was playing at his dad's 50th, and I remember this little kid just interested in what. Yeah, but he was just interested. You know, like I remember there was a stage where he was just watching, and you know, like I was just playing tunes. I didn't really pay no attention. I'm not gonna lie and say that I was young man. I wasn't really like, but I do remember his son because obviously, you know, when you're doing your birthday bits and that. So he reminded me. He told me about mixes I did. He told me about tunes I played, which means he was paying attention. So to now see him bigger than me and all of these things, but that's how I met Bradshaw and his history. And Taylor-Rae, in fact, Taylor-Rae's mum messaged me and was like, my daughter wants to be a DJ because I was doing DJ lessons with the kids club, and she was like, would you do lessons? And I was like, oh yeah, no problem. And then I realized they live way on the other side of London, and it just wasn't going to make sense. Like, do you get what I'm saying? From and but I always remembered the name. You know, I remember that me and her mom started following each other. Just I don't know, nice lady, just follow each other, and then just to see, like a couple of years later, like Taylor-Rae, I'm saying, hold on, I know that one. And then just seeing it all connect, I'm saying, that's sick. That's sick. So. Maybe if I did teach you, you'd probably be like 10 times better. Maybe. Now, to be honest, I'm only joking. But to be honest, whatever route you went, it's done wonders, and I really applaud your mum for that, and whoever taught you, they definitely done a good job. And obviously, it's natural talent. So I don't want to take nothing away from you lot. So yeah, that's my little introduction to how I know these guys. They don't even know. She don't even know that story.
No, I know. That's the last time.
And he doesn't. Like he didn't know me when I was at his dad's party. Yeah. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's really interesting that it's come full circle.
You see how they progress.
Yeah, definitely. So what got you lot into DJing then?
Interest. It was like you said,
Yeah.
like just at parties, I was just interested. Like, you know, you get like, I don't know if Taylor was the same, but even when I'm at parties now, even like birthday parties, you get like the nieces and nephews that are like, oh, it's colourful and buttons and flashing, whatever. That was me, and because I've been brought up with music from my mum, from my dad as well, from to be honest, the whole family. Like, I was just like, yeah, like, I really enjoy that. Even at sort of any party, my mum always said if she ever lost me at a party, she knows where I'm gonna be, and it's gonna be standing next to the DJ and watching what's going on.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you lot. There's some of those kids are annoying.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna run them no more.
Can I press a button?
No.
Can I press a button?
You know
Say something on the mic.
Yeah. The ones you ask are okay. It's the ones that just yeah. But you should never run it. But you never run them. This is a lesson to anyone watching, because you never know what they're gonna grow up to be. You know what I mean? So you could help inspire them and just let them watch. Don't let them touch nothing, but let them watch. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, go on.
So yeah, I mean, just at parties and stuff. I mean, I remember one of my fondest memories was there was one time, it was some Halloween party that my mum was at. And it was like, I got there and then the DJ that was there had to run somewhere or something, which now I understand it because sometimes you get last minute calls or something. And then, now I'm DJing. Like, I don't know what's going on. Yeah. Maybe a couple years before that. So when I was about 11, that's when I won the award, the appreciation award. I said this story when I paid for the £15 app on my dad's iPad that I wasn't meant to buy. That's it. It all started from there. Yeah. I used to just play drum and bass. Drum and bass and jungle was what I started with, which is weird because when I was 11, I started on jungle and drum and bass.
Yeah, which is 20 years.
Yeah, exactly. Bold. Yeah. That's where it started. Like, I'm also a musician as well, so I had like guitar amps and stuff like that. So I used to just like get splitters and plug the aux in and just cause bare noise, and that's where it was born from. Literally, it was just born from there.
It's crazy. How many years ago was your dad's birthday? Obviously,
2016.
2016.
I'm pretty sure that was the same year that I started this. So technically, 7, 6 years I may not be me if it wasn't for C6.
Wow.
Some say. I'll take it. I don't think I run you. Did I run you? Did he come over?
You know what? I don't actually have many memories of that night. It's only videos and stuff. Yeah. And I mean, when I look back at the videos and stuff, I was like, yeah, like that night was...
I think one of the fondest memories of that night, because your gran was sick, right?
Yeah, she was sick.
She was sick, and then I was playing some tunes, and she got up and danced. So the whole family were like, they were loving it, and I was quite emotional watching them. Do you know what I mean? Because I think your auntie was crying, and because your auntie,
3 generations of us as well, like it's mad, and we all like, she was in the middle of the summer. Like,
I remember that. They didn't give me an increase in my wages, but I was alright with that. You know, like watching that is money. It's money, it's money. And what about you? What got you into it?
So I actually used to do street dancing. And
I have seen you on your mum's.
Not anymore. But so I think that was kind of the root of loving music and stuff, and especially I think similar to Bradshaw, like growing up in a household that was so full of culture, the music, the food every Sunday. I think you just naturally, I don't know, I just felt a connection with music from a very young age. It was only when I got a bit older, and I think that's when you get your own iPad and you start watching YouTube and stuff, where I saw DJing. I knew like playing music and stuff, but I never really saw that it could be a profession. So from that, and I think I was maybe 8 at the time, my nanny got me a DJ controller. Didn't touch it. As a kid, you see it one time, you press it one time, and I'm bored. But I think I was more like 11 by this stage now. And I actually picked it up again, and I was like, no, I actually really like this. And then that's when Rights Academy popped up on Instagram, which is, if you don't know, it's a school that basically teaches kids, well, any age, to DJ. So my mum signed me up with them, and from there, it was just like, I got adrenaline from it. And also before that, I had a few lessons with Super D as well. Shout out Super D. And he taught me.
The original Super D.
Super D.
Yeah, because he had to add the original one to let everyone know that he's the original. Yeah, okay, that's good. That is sick. And you know what's funny? Writers Academy is right near where I live.
Okay.
So me saying at the beginning, it's a bit far, and then it's down the road.
It's actually down the road.
This was years after though. Years after.
Shout out to DJ Ask because that's his thing. Yeah, he's
Definitely.
That's sick, man. That's sick. What's really to be honest, when I was a kid, because DJing looks good.
Yeah.
It looks good. For everyone, and the idea of it is like everyone thinks I'm having a party. They think I'm living the best life.
It seems so fun.
It seems so fun. So what I noticed when I was doing the DJ lessons with the kids, that like day one, I got 20 kids. Yeah, I want to DJ. I want to be a DJ. I want to go to the club. And in lesson 2, I got 6. And in lesson 3, I've got 1. It's because they just drop it. It's not because you got to learn.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's not as fun as it looks.
Yeah. It looks like technically you're just pressing buttons.
Yes.
So
There's a lot to learn.
That's what they believe, isn't it?
It's a common misconception.
Yeah. So that there, the fact that it didn't deter you means that there's something in it for you. Do you know what I mean? But being a young lady, you're very articulate, by the way, which means that like you're obviously doing well. You're excelling in other parts. You speak better than me, and I'm nearly 40. Yeah, but you so you must be excelling in other things. But DJing isn't something typically that young girls go for.
Definitely.
So, is there any body in particular that would inspire you as a young girl? Like, is there any other, or is it just DJs in general?
I think similar to dancing and anything creative, I think there's a common misconception that being a girl and doing it is something unheard of and crazy. But actually, when you watch a lot of the music videos, it's not just Chris Brown dancing. There's girls in the background dancing. I think females are on the rise. It hasn't always been something that was praised. But I would never say it's held me back.
Yes. No, that's not where I'm just talking about inspiration wise.
I see.
Because definitely, we encourage everybody to DJ, and we don't even put the title of female DJ. If you're a DJ, you're a DJ. But I'm just talking about when you're looking at, when I was younger, for example, it was only sound people. So reggae. I started to DJ reggae music.
Okay.
I'm playing music that I could only really play to my dad and his friends.
Yeah.
I was never gonna get a booking in Coliseum.
Yeah.
Never. I was playing at Porky's and these places. I'm not sure if you know about these clubs. I'm playing Dennis Brown, and I'm not playing So Solid. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm just following what I see in front of me. And so it's only when I started, because even though I liked hip hop and I used to rave the garage, that was where all the raves were. But I wasn't playing the music because it's not the school I learned from.
Yeah, because the DJs in those, you don't know, not that you don't know them, but you don't see them.
Yeah, they're completely
Every
far
day.
removed.
Yes,
They're far removed from me.
Similar to me, when I said about I started on jungle and drum and bass, because my mum and dad had been doing work for certain fitness companies for long. Yeah. So what they did was jungle and drum and bass. Okay. So all now I'm at in 2014 I was at an event. They did some world record thing, and I'm like side stage because obviously you know people knew me. So just you can stay there. It's all right. And then all now I'm like next to General Levy, and I'm like Levy, like in them times I was so young. I was like 10, 11 them times. Yeah. It's like I'm listening to dancehall and I'm listening to all of this stuff, but I'm only DJing drum.
Because that's your gateway.
Exactly.
So that's what I'm saying. So when you were stepping in, you was like, was there any? You're underrepresented.
Yes,
you know
yes,
so
definitely.
To look at it and say, you know what, this is something I want to do. Is there anybody in particular that inspired that?
I would say, I'm not gonna lie, I don't feel like there was a female to necessarily look up to, but somebody who did guide me in real life, so not like an Instagram influencer or something, was Lady ST. So she actually had me on radio, and that was before I had any proper DJ lessons and stuff.
Like Flames, yeah?
Yes, Flames Radio. So Lady ST definitely. But aside from that, yeah, I don't think we are represented. Nowadays, yes.
It's changed a lot.
Sometimes it's tokenism too. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes.
It's a word that I don't actually know the meaning.
No.
But these 15-year-olds school me. What does that mean?
Tokenism is essentially having someone there to represent that minority of people.
You know, like they have on the TV these days.
Like,
Yeah.
like affirmative action.
The
People like
token.
colour.
Okay, so yeah, you may
Token
have a
black
token
guy.
black person.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
okay.
So sometimes a female DJ may be booked not because they're talented, but to make the company look good and inclusive.
It's like hiring the black guy.
Yeah, literally. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you.
I think now for younger girls, I think there are a lot of people to look up to, and I think that's healthy and shows progression. But at that time, actually, no.
Must have been
Yeah,
difficult.
not really.
And then because the type of DJs that they were, like Paris Hilton,
Yes.
like that's just like look good. And
That's just like
it's not real. So that was another thing. That was something that they were doing when they were pushing the female DJ agenda. You would say it was more like they were looking at who looked good and who would sell a party,
Yes.
like an influencer style. But now there's women DJs that will mix out enough of the man them, like will juggle you under the floor.
Talent is mad.
And that there is so refreshing to see. It's lovely to see.
It's refreshing, but I think it's sad that we have to put that title or the gender there.
Yeah. But it's
get
going to
what-
take a while. It's
Of
going to take
course,
a while.
yeah.
We've got to
Yeah.
look at things. You know what? Sometimes I say it and that's us living in an ideal world, isn't it?
Of course.
Because, you know, even I don't necessarily subscribe to the genders doing roles of different things like at work. But then I thought about it. And if I went to take my son to nursery and there was just
a male.
10 male nursery nurses and no female, he's not going to that nursery. He's not.
No, it's true.
And it's no matter how I feel about it,
Yeah.
he's not going to that nursery.
Yeah.
And also, if I was like, I'm building a conservatory
Yeah.
and I call up, builders are us, and 10 women turn up. No guys. I'm not gonna book them.
It's
And
mad.
it's not good. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm not saying that's my natural
Of course,
that's my natural stereotype. Like, who's gonna lift all these bricks? And then who's gonna empathize with my son when he's full of, do you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Yeah, get up, man. You see what I'm saying? And I think it's gonna take a while before people see that we can all do everything.
Yeah.
Because we can. Definitely can.
So can I ask, because you lot, obviously you said your ages, how long have you been DJing?
Taking it seriously for about 4 years, I'm going to say.
11,
yeah.
11.
Wow.
Yeah.
My 11-year-old.
He does not want to know nothing about it.
In fact, he does want to DJ, but
Oh.
that's just because of me.
Yeah.
But I've tried to teach him. In fact, I've even got JR to try and teach him, and he's done a couple of things, but they're not taking it serious. He laughs at farts. Yeah, he's 11. That's it, man. He ain't taking DJ serious. Yeah.
He's not thinking ahead. He's not thinking ahead.
He could be deadly serious, Yeah. He ain't taking nothing serious.
His first sound effect. You know what it's got.
What about you? What about you? When did you start?
So when I was 11, so about 2015. So
11.
coming on to like 7 years now.
This is mad.
Wow.
You're gonna be a
Be a veteran at 21.
I've been in this game. Yeah.
People like, rock, 10 years already. Yeah.
Because you lot are good enough to play in any rave, but not old enough to get into any.
Yeah, like you gotta do the little. It's a DJ.
Yeah, definitely.
To the security, it's a DJ.
Yeah.
You gotta let them in.
Yeah, you gotta be chaperoned and you gotta leave.
Yeah, after.
Can't see nothing. If there's anything happening,
It's weird because even you saying that, it's like, I don't know about Taylor, but where I'm at the moment, I'm very ambitious, and it's a good thing and a bad thing because I'm very ambitious. Like, I want to do this, I want to complete this, But then the bad side of it is like, I want to get into this party. I want to be able to do this. Like, not even to DJ. Obviously, to DJ is a bonus, but even just to be there, the experience, just to like experience it all, to know what's coming in the future. Sometimes it's a good thing. Sometimes it's a bad thing because I've been thinking like, maybe I could just ask. But then it puts I have to realize it potentially puts people in a difficult position.
Yeah.
So sometimes, and I've even spoke to people and they're just like, just take time. I think even you and maybe fastest you're cool. Like you don't have to rush.
It's not gonna. It's not. You. Everything is in time.
Yeah.
You gotta slow down. But I don't. It's the new world, isn't it? When I say stuff like that, I'm talking about from where I come from. Because, all right, my dad's sound, yeah. None of them can mix. But like when I was coming up, they're just record band, you know, like
They just can play.
put on the record. They can select good tune.
Next
you know?
one.
Yeah. In time, and that's it. But I was mixing.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, let me mix for you lot.
Let me speed up this process a little bit.
But they're like, no, relax. So even when like playing warm-up sets and stuff, like a lot of new DJs, not you guys necessarily, but new DJs, they're learning with the hot songs. They're learning with the current songs. Because your current songs are what is your age group, isn't it? So you lot are learning, this is my favorite song, I want to mix it. But then if I book you for my party, you're not going to get to play that because you're going to be playing that. So they're not learning necessarily they're not learning how to warm up parties. So there's a bit of a thing where you can play really well, providing you can play that. So you might want to run ahead thinking, listen, I played this one time and it shut down the party. But in the real world, you're gonna have to play your position, and that song can only be played once in this 8-hour party. And your position is, you might start at 10 o'clock. When you get 10 o'clock, your first booking is going to be amazing because it's your first booking. But then it's also like, wow, there's no one here, blood. There's no one here.
I had that last
There's
year.
no one here.
There's no one here.
It was weird.
I was playing to the bar
I'm playing to the boss.
And the house lights are still on.
Yeah. In fact, the boss stuff is still coming.
Yeah.
And I'm playing, but you're in there. And that's the process. So me saying to slow down is because I know you could rush ahead and then you'll get to a place where it feels like there's no progression because you're running too fast and everything's behind you and you just keep running and getting further away, and where you actually need to be is further back. But this new world's a bit different. So I don't want to necessarily stop your progress, but I do want you to keep in line.
But I think it might be different for these lot because of the age that they're starting at, if you know what I mean. So because they're technically building at the age where they're not in the raves, if you know what I mean. So it's a bit different. Whereas I think when I've seen it happen, innit, where like uni DJs, when you started in the club, innit, almost. So when you start in the club, your hype is just whereas they technically are not in the club.
Enough Christian.
So they still might
They're in the uni. They're in the uni, right? Which is like a surreal world.
Yeah, exactly.
Because
everything is happening.
They only play current music. And everything goes off, and all the youngsters are drinking, and one drink they're all drunk. It's the best vibe ever. Then they come to London or wherever, and then they get chucked in the rave scene.
They got to work backwards.
They got to work. They got to now learn to warm up, and then big mistakes. So if I book you, for example, I make myself sound like a real horrible promoter. But I book you, and you've come, and all you're really used to is playing the big hits. So I booked you, and it's relatively early, and then I hear, I don't know, one of the new Chris Brown songs, or Skilly Bang, Crocodile Teeth, and it's 11 o'clock. I'm gonna cuss you. What are you doing? You're like, what? Bro, you're playing out of turn. But it's all you know. You see what I'm saying?
I think it's mad important for people like myself and Taylor-Rae and DJs that are sort of age. What I've had to do is I listen to a lot of DJs, like live audios, and not just mixes, but live audios. And you, like you said about working your way back. So I've got the current stuff, but now I'm like filling in the crates with the other stuff. And actually, like, for me, it was weird because I did a lot of jungle and drum and bass stuff. There's a lot of music that I don't know. So what I'm having to do is almost work double time to learn the music and to fill it in, and then to organize it so I know, all right, this is gonna pop. This is like your mid. These are the dead tracks that just fill in, like tracks like that. So what you're saying, it makes a lot of sense to me specifically.
Because it's refreshing to see you guys doing so many things, and I've recommended you both to people. Say, I've just said, look, check these people out. I'm not sure if it's came to anything, but just check them out. And Scholar T booked him the other day. Phoned me, yo, this Bradshaw, he's man of the match. He's the guy. But then what would happen is, Scholar T would tell someone else, and they might book him. But till he's 17, they're gonna put him in a position, and then when he's in that position, they're gonna expect him to be what Scholar T said, but he's gonna be playing early. Do you know what I mean? So there's so much things like you guys are looked upon because you lot are so young. Like this is the one. This is Daniel's son. You know, from Karate Kid. This is the special one, and then you got to come out there. So it's always good to keep a balance. Yeah, you know, it's always good to keep a balance because I don't want anybody to try and rain on your parade because that's also gonna happen. You're gonna get jealousy. You know, this is you're gonna learn the harsh realities of this industry. We have some really horrible traits to the DJ industry. You know, and you guys are starting at a great position. Just keep meeting people. Just keep talking to people. Just be confident. But you're gonna get promoters that are gonna try and rob you and not physically hold you up with a knife. But they're gonna try and not pay you your worth.
Course, yeah.
You got to also start to choose what is worth your investment because you're gonna get the exposure talk. Trust me, it's good exposure. Yeah, this one. But there is stuff that is great exposure. Yeah. Because if I was speaking about Kanye earlier, so if Kanye wanted you to be his DJ but didn't want to pay you, do it.
Yeah.
Kanye, like it's gotta propel you to a place. But then you're also gonna get someone else who uses that little influence that they have and wanna bump you. You're gonna get DJs chat about you. You're gonna mix. You're gonna look in the crowd, and all you're gonna see is a DJ going. You know, because what we do as DJs, all of us, is we can't help. We don't listen to music the same as everyone else. So we're in the rave.
So annoying.
Why would you mix that?
Why would you play?
Why would you play that?
I'm like, wait for this part to play.
Why would you mix it here? Oh, if you clang, but it's,
you see what it is, guys?
Yeah. And what that does is it can be when you first start seeing it, it can be a little bit like you can go home thinking, fuck, I don't want to do it. I did like DJing anyway. I want to play football. But you just got to get through that because it's going to happen. It's going to happen. So they're the harsh realities of things. So right now, this is the nice, gorgeous side of it, you know, but you're going to get that. And these are conversations you only have when DJs are taking it serious, you know, and you start going to the next level. There's no point in me scaring you from the start. You want to be a DJ? Well, listen, you're going to have... No, you don't want to do that. But you just have to just keep working hard and take every experience and meet people and don't treat everyone you meet as a friend. You're going to meet thousands of people. Just be respectful, but not everyone's your friend and not everyone wishes you well. So you get what I'm saying?
Or they wish you were to your face and then...
Yeah, and you guys are young and talented and you guys will be... You're going to be like... Imagine having the foresight that someone is going to... All right, if you had the foresight that Ronaldo was going to be the best player in the world, but you was your mate at school. You had the foresight, you'd be your best friend, isn't it? Because in a few years' time, he's going to bring me through. Yeah. But if you don't know, you treat him how you treat him. And I think what happens is people have the foresight or believe that you guys have got a great future ahead. So they try and draw you in and keep you close because you might be beneficial in the future. So don't allow people to railroad you because that will happen or they will try. So you get what I'm saying?
Can I ask you though, a couple of things? That was some of the harsh realities of DJing.
No, because we've been there. No, it's true. Do you know what? So, sorry, just to cut you. When I first started here, my dad's friends were that was my path into this music, and they kind of took me under their wing. And I used to get music and go to their house with the CDs and burn off the CDs with them, and then organize so I'd burn off when I was burning the CDs from my CD pouch. I'd burn one for them, and I would make the like track one is such and such, track two, and I'd get them, and they were using me. I swear, it's only that. It's like I started looking back, like you ain't done shit for me, but then all you do is take. I download the music, I make the mixes, I give them this, and they don't give me nothing back. So I was like, okay, and they're people I know. Yeah. So I was like, okay. So I learned the hard way. That's why I'm trying to say to you, don't fall for it. Sorry, get back to
okay. Yeah. So switch up a little bit. I just want to know some of your favorites in it. So, what's your favorite genres to play?
Go ahead.
Okay, my favorite genres to play would be Amapiano and funky house, Afro house. I'd say. Yeah,
Okay.
I think
Good
because
selection.
it's slower to mix, there's a lot more you can do with experimenting with effects and stuff,
Okay.
rather than like
Manipulation.
juggling or something. Yeah.
I think I'm on piano just all sounds the same, bro.
There's similarities.
It's weird because
There is quite a lot of similarities.
That's how you make a genre, though. That's how you make a genre.
No, what I mean is, I'm talking about the instruments. They got like a,
I know what you mean. Dum, dum, dum,
and it's just like I sound. I'm getting old. I'm getting old. This is how my mum must used to feel but it just feels like I'm thinking to myself, hold on, is this not the same song? It's the same song. I know. And when I was in Ghana, everyone was playing it, and I'm in the rave, and it's like the vibe is nice. You can dance to it, but after 20 minutes, I'm thinking, what the fuck is this shit?
people say
The
that
same
about
song.
drum and bass as well. It
Yeah.
always
Yeah, it
sounds the
can.
same.
It can. I feel like dance music has that.
Oh gosh.
No, as in like, you know, like dance music in general. So some people might think funky house sounds quite
Yeah,
a lot the
Yes,
same.
I've heard that.
Garage, jungle, do you know what I mean? House. It all sounds like.
I think that's how you make a
hear,
genre.
innit? But well, yeah.
The similar instruments,
Yeah.
similar types of melodies, similar
It's a
BPMs.
formula,
That's how you make it.
Yeah, I hear you. I'm just
Yeah.
getting old because I'll tell you one of the worst time of my life. I went to Ibiza.
Some of my life.
Yeah, I went to Ibiza.
It was real hurt, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, you done.
I went to
When you went to the other
I
side,
went
didn't
to
you?
space.
Yeah.
I paid €50 to get in.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and water was €12. I don't drink alcohol. I don't take drugs.
Yeah.
I don't smoke. So I just want to drink
Yeah.
Red Bull. They're telling me €15. I'm saying, whoa. Okay, give me water. They're saying 12. I said, what? I don't. All night. I couldn't. Listen.
Yeah, you must have left
I
it.
left my friends in there and took a taxi home. I couldn't take that shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's how I feel about I'm on piano. By the way, so
Fair enough.
So
Yeah.
Bradshaw.
I actually answered this on the Deck One Deck to Instagram the other day.
Okay.
I love my R&B and I love learning about R&B. I love my dancehall. So sometimes I like to get in a zone. Obviously, I say I listen to a lot of DJs and I hear the way they juggle. And sometimes I just want to get into the zone and say, you know what? Let me just done off this whole thing. Obviously, my jungle and drum and bass is always there because it was like my first love, if you're gonna call it in music. And I love my garage as well. I love a lot of more old school stuff. I don't know. I just prefer the old school stuff. But I like a lot of things. There's not like one genre that I'm like, that's what I love to play.
So, do you have a favorite DJ or host or either?
For me,
feel free not to say me. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I can take it. I'm joking.
you know what? For me, standout is Big Business, XL and Cappuccino. I'm on Dookie, obviously. I listen to a lot of their live audios, and XL as a DJ, Kappa as a host, just out of this world. I actually got a chance to do a set with Cappuccino at a birthday party one time. I mean, I said to him, I said, listen, I will give you the microphone. If you're up for it, then feel free to do your thing.
Okay, he was just at the party.
He was at the party. I was DJing the party, and it was because obviously we knew each other from the big roll. So I said to him, I said, I'll give it to you. If you're like, nah, you know what, I want a night off, then go, like, cool. But for me, it was like, I mean, if I get the chance, then I'm gonna pounce it. So for me, the standout, I listen to a lot of DJs, but for me, Big Business is easily top 3.
They are sick.
Yeah, and yourself, Taylor?
I don't know. I think it's hard to say because everyone's got their unique flair. So I like that about that person and that about that person. I'm going to say actively who I'm listening to is T-Show and M's.
Okay.
So when I listen to it...
T-Show's like our third deck. He's like,
Nah, he's so nice. But,
he's hilarious as well.
M's, I'll say, because she'll throw in songs like pop tunes that you'd listen to in like the Year 6 disco.
Okay.
It's
And
like,
make it work.
yeah, but
Big up
how
Ems,
did that come to... Yeah.
I don't even know him.
No? Yeah, that's smart.
She's doing her thing. Yeah, and her
DJ
TikTok is...
I was gonna say, I'm sure I've seen her from TikTok.
Yeah.
Isn't T-Show on Couple Extra?
Yeah.
But imagine, about
the T-Show.
a year ago, he was on here. He was quitting.
was quitting DJ.
When lockdown happened, he was on here. He was quitting DJ. That was the whole episode was about that.
Yeah. We saved.
I don't know
we
what
saved
we almost did technically because me and C6 was like beating it into him.
Right.
That doesn't make no sense. How can you quit? It doesn't make no sense. And then moving on, the Capital Extra gig came up, and then obviously he's back in the game. Do you know what I mean? But
crazy. He's heavy in it.
yeah.
So you guys have done some you've done some really memorable sets that I've both.
That was my next favorite. I was gonna ask.
But yeah, there's obviously stuff I don't know about. So give me some of your best moments as like DJing. You know, standout moments. They don't even have to be big. Like just big to you.
Yeah, it could be your birthday party.
Mine's gonna be it was during when you were allowed to be around like 5 people. Okay. And DJ Pioneer did a fundraiser for I think St. Vincent.
For the earthquake.
And that was at Oval, so a biggest venue I've ever been in, but no one was there. And I think it was just this was the first time that I properly had an MC with me, and I noticed the difference in DJing in my room to DJing with an MC. It's just that extra person to hype you up. And it was playing funky house, and I think it felt quite close to my what's the phrase, like close to home, close to because this is stuff that as a 4-year-old, 5-year-old, my mum's come home with the CDs from the raves, and I'm like, oh, I like this song, mum. So to be on stage with these people who are essentially the godfathers of this genre.
Who hosted you? Spidey G?
Yeah, Spidey, yeah.
Spidey, man.
So that's when I was like, I love this.
It does create a difference.
And that was, keep in mind, this is just to a camera on Instagram Live, not even with an audience. I'm like,
imagine the full audience.
Like the reloads and stuff, you know, like it's wild. It is wild. Because I even have that, you know, I did a set with Bushkin and got the reloads, and like I'm thinking this shit is I felt like funny. I was like, this is me. But so that would definitely stand out. If you had the audience there, it would have been a little bit more, it would have been a bit better. You at your set that you did for what they call conspiracy
24 for 24.
Oh yeah. I was in some hype mood.
That's when I saw her name probably like they just everyone was saying she got the best set. She got the best set. She got the best set. I said,
let me give you a bit of context because we did have a 24 for 24 special. So if you guys really follow the pod, you will see the special that we had. But I believe you took the weekend, and there was 48 DJs, 48 DJs doing an hour set each, and you took it. Your energy was like was next level, and the selection and the mixing was on point. I tell you how you know your mixing was on point. I heard certain people saying it's a recording because it was that on point.
That's like the weirdest compliment ever.
Trust me, I don't know if they meant it as a compliment.
It's a backhanded compliment.
It's a backhanded compliment. It's like,
it's too good.
What do you mean? She's like, you must have been about
14
at the time, early 14. If you, because that was, when was that? How can it be
14? Last year.
Wait, this was when I did it from home, isn't it?
Yeah. It's 13, it was about 2 years ago. She was literally picnic. Yeah. Now it's a picnic. And then everyone's like, every mix was tight. The hosting, the confidence, saying, fuck, these babies are gonna take my job. But it was sick.
But you know what? I must say, do you know what I loved as well? I feel like sometimes I'm gonna call you out here. I remember the phone call to my mum, and you were like, "Are you sure she knows how to do this? Are you sure?" Blah blah blah. Was it not you? Oh, okay. My bad.
Don't cut it out. You know why? Because you brought it to me. Even though it wasn't me, and I feel glad it wasn't me, you brought it. That means you got the confidence to you're not gonna take no shit, which is great. That's the trait you need. So,
but not like to call anyone out. I'm just being honest.
No, but that's it.
But I like that. I like when people think, A, she's a child.
You up a little
B, she's a female. Like, she's not going to be on anything. And that's what I love, because when I can come and show you something,
in a way, it gives you something to prove.
So. Yes. Yeah, definitely.
I was a bit scared there for a moment.
I'm so sorry. Me? I'm so sorry. I don't do anything. No, I'm so sorry.
I look at my mum like, what did I do?
Oh my gosh.
But that's, again, overcoming that that is great. The fact that you stepped in and done it. But that set was amazing. We all played, and I tell you what, yeah. I know that people. All right, there's a thing in a rave. You're gonna learn this also, yeah. That people are not gonna want. People don't want to go after certain DJs. If you go to a rave and Heartless are playing, for example, and they just duppy the dance, and your set's next, it's difficult. It's difficult. Or there's another set of DJs that just play everything, and no one wants to go after them because they spoil the party.
I used to shout them DJs out,
but we're not worried about it. We're talking about
I'm just saying.
Yeah, we're talking about the duppy inside.
Yeah.
So when you did your 24 for 24, it was like, I think it was like middle of the day. You know, appropriate time for you to be awake. Yeah, right. So I remember that everyone was like, "Oh, this Taylor-Rae. And then I thought, I've never felt like this before, but I thought whoever's next is good luck. Because I'm like in a dance, that's a challenge for me. I'm happy to take that challenge. Yeah. DJs are like, I don't want to make it exclusive,
like that challenge as
but
well.
I go and take it. But I was not unhappy that I wasn't after you. Because I was thinking, who is gonna take over this? And it's not even so much about you're better than everyone. It was just you just had the full package. And I think I saw a star. Yeah. I saw a star and I thought, yeah, this is you're in your bedroom or whatever, and I said, she's a star. She's a star. And you've kept it up. Now I see you flying around Ghana and that. Yeah. Living life. How was Ghana?
It was sick. It was amazing. Yeah. And it's nice to see how people appreciate music in different countries. Yeah. Like it's very different, their partying culture out there. But it was nice as well because it wasn't just Ghanaians and it wasn't just English people. You had people from Amsterdam, America. So it was nice to cater to a wider audience and try and play something for everyone.
You went in December when Ghana's lit.
They call it Dirty December. Yeah.
I've never been lucky enough to go then, but I've been told that this year. Yeah, it's the place. So that's sick. How about you, Brad? What's your most memorable set?
I have like two. The first one, when I did a set with the twin MCs from So Solid Crew.
Okay. To you.
Honestly,
that's what they do, isn't it? They do the Chuckle Brother thing.
It was.
We got the twin MCs.
It was such a surreal experience because obviously when you think of So Solid Crew, you think of just wow, like they're mad. And then it was at a birthday party. There wasn't a lot of people at the birthday party. It was a sort of a smaller sort of thing, and I shouted C6 a couple weeks before. I was there. So I've been given this task I have specifically been asked to DJ with the twins. They asked if they need to bring a DJ, but whoever's party was said no, Bradshaw's doing it. Because they were like, I know Bradshaw can do this. I spoke to C6 and I spoke to DJ X-Rated, Love Connection. I said, what's the formula? What do I specifically need to do? Because it's that was the first time that I'd played with like a proper MC. And it's not just one MC, it's two of them. And then Cecil just sort of gave me like just a couple tips, like, you know, play a couple instrumentals and then play a couple vocals to give them a bit of a rest and keep it going. And I was like, okay. And the whole party, my headphones were down, but I was like, you know what, for this set, let me just because
get it right.
Yeah, if I'm gonna clang, now cannot be the set that I'm gonna clang. And then did the set. I was playing funky, but the vibe that I was mixing 4 decks and playing funky, and then just from what I was doing on a funky set, they wanted to come in early. So I was like, go. Like I literally bought 2 wireless mics the week before to make sure that everything was crisp. Yeah. Gave them the mics, fresh batteries, everything. I was like, listen, I gotta make a good impression.
Nothing's going wrong today.
Yeah. Literally gave it to them. And it just happened. And then the set was absolutely off the hook. I spoke to them afterwards. They said, one, can't believe I was 17 then still. They were like, can't believe you're 17. I was like, when people say that, I don't know how you feel, but I'm just like, what do I say?
Yeah.
What am I meant to say? Oh, that's okay.
Yeah.
And then they said to me, they were like, you know what, that set, easily their top 3 ever, like their top 3 sets they've ever done. And because I do fitness DJing for a lot of fitness instructors and companies and stuff, I sort of work with instructors / MCs often. So I know about like phrasing and I have a good way of reading the people that I'm playing with. So I said to them, I said, we'll just do our thing. And I went to them before, like you said about preparation. I went to them before and I said, is there anything specific you need of me? Like because you know some MCs have their signals, something like that. They said, you know what? We'll do our thing. You do yours. Literally went there, and the first grand tune I played was Dilemma, and literally from then it just went.
Sick.
And then we spoke to them afterwards. They were like, you know, this is easily like top 2 or 3 sets we've ever done. But they made sure they said it was under EZ because obviously
EZ.
But that was definitely a highlight, and from then they were like, you know what, we're gonna try and bring you in on things, and we're gonna try and make you DJ as many sets as possible with us and work together and do that sort of stuff. So a very good partnership has been built there.
I rate that.
A couple of other sets. I mean, for me, that singular set on its own is very important to me because I enjoyed the set and it was a good set, if I do say so myself. But for me, just like consistently DJing week in, week out for me is a big achievement. Like I remember in 2019, one of my big achievements was like for 4 weeks on the bounce, I was out Friday and Saturday at bookings. And as in not just going to places, as in booked. I was booked Friday and Saturday, 4 weeks running. Towards the end of last year, obviously because I gained a lot of popularity from Twitch, so a lot of people were like, oh, this Bradshaw guy is decent, like he's doing his thing. Work was more regular. I mean, this year I was booked. I mean, I haven't had a weekend off this year.
Quarter, man.
I know it's only like the middle of February. But
No, it's an achievement because January is usually slow.
January I was off.
Busy, mad busy. As in like, and I'm not just talking like one event. I'm talking like three or four every weekend. And a couple of weeks ago, I thought I had the weekend off. I was like, you know what? Cool.
But yeah, excited for the weekend already.
I got the call from White Yardie. He was like, yo, can you come down to the restaurant tonight and do a set? Went there, did the set. People that were eating their food and stuff, they loved it. He was like, come back tomorrow. Can you come back next week? So now again, there's a partnership there.
Can we just expand on that? So White Yardie's got his third tour around the UK coming up. So I've done the other 2, and then so I'm playing on this one. I'm saying, bro, I can't do every day because he said, get Bradshaw. I said, whoa, bro, give me a chance. Let me land, man. I said, I can't. He said, listen, any date you can't make, get Bradshaw. So I'm saying, cool. I get Bradshaw, and then he says, all right, you might as well just make him do the whole thing. I said, all right, it's like that, yeah? All right, say nothing. No, we had a conversation, and I said, you know what? Let Bradshaw do it all. I think the benefits that he's going to get from it. I got a lot of benefits doing it last time. You know, getting fans from all around England. Like, people still now, like, from Leeds. If I put a post up saying, where should I come and DJ? You got people from all these different... Come over. So, I want him to get that experience. But me, so when I said to Yardie, I want to give Bradshaw the whole thing. The fact that he was like, yeah, cool. Let me know.
He's been doing his job.
Yeah, he's been doing his job. Because he's the kind of person, if I told him I can't make his show, I'll get someone to cover. I need to know them.
I need to vet them.
So the fact that he's so confident that I want to let Bradshaw do it means that you've been doing your good job. So, you know, big up for that.
Respect.
Big up for that.
So just quickly, I have to mention my 12-hour set that I did on Twitch.
Big up that.
It was a weird thing after seeing yours and Master J's 24 hours.
Master J, listen.
Master J's 25 hours.
Master J copied me, yeah. Big up Master J, my brother. They copied me, yeah. When you talk about 24-hour set, you talk about me and EZ. Yeah, and then I'm joking.
Yeah, that's because Master J did 25.
Yeah, no, go on.
Yeah, so doing the 12, I was like, it's something I want to do.
Yeah.
Let's just do it. Like, I'm very like I said earlier, I'm very courageous. I'm very ambitious. So I was like, let's go. Let's do it. So at some point in the near future, preferably this year, I will be doing a 24-hour.
Do it, man. Do it.
Maybe even a 25-hour, maybe even a 26-hour, depending on
Do it. Do it.
Depending
Let's
on
make it a 48, man.
You know, after I did the 24-hour set, I said it was light work to me. Honestly, I did it. I didn't know how I had the
No
stamina to do it.
playbacks?
No playbacks. Went toilet once.
30-second toilet.
Yeah, that's it.
One
And that's it.
bottle of water.
I never sat down. Nothing. And I juggled most of the time. I didn't do just like one song. I juggled. Yeah. But I said to myself, I wanted to go for the world record. And then I checked the world record.
What is it?
It's like 19 days.
Oh,
I said,
whoa.
yeah. Some guy, some Nigerian.
Oh.
That's how you know it might not be right. It might have fixed the books. I'm only joking. No 419. I'm joking. He said in 19 or something days, non-stop. I just say,
I'm gonna have to look into that. The stipulations must have been mad.
bro, listen, when you look at this Guinness Book of Records, the things that these people do, I'm saying,
Yeah, it's mad.
I don't think I'd ever get in that.
It's mad.
Never.
Unless you have some weird, unique talent. Like
Yeah. Unless I grow a second neck or something, it's never gonna happen for me.
So before we wrap up, is there anything that you lot want to do? So like future, like going forward, like what kind of DJ aspirations do you have or aims, or is there anything where you're like, I need to be, or I'd like to do, I don't know, wireless, Coachella. You know, you lot are flying out and stuff. So you lot's, my full process was Brockwell Park. On a play at, you know what I mean?
Sidewinder.
Yeah. You know? But you lots might be Beyonce's anniversary. I don't know. But is there any like aspiration you have?
So I think I'd like to do more touring. I think that's a unique experience and seeing other people's cultures. And then I think I'd want to do like similar. Fats has already done it though, but like Brits after parties, things like that around celebs, because I think that puts a lot more pressure on you, which is healthy pressure. Like once you've played in a room with Jay-Z, what else can you do? So yeah, I think that's it for me.
And where do you see yourself in? Like, and you can be as bold as you want. Like, where do you see yourself if you continue doing the hard work and let's talk it into existence.
Yeah. I think I'd like to be earning a consistent income from DJing, because for me it's more so like a hobby per se.
Paying hobby.
Yeah. So something that I say, this is my day job, like this is what I do. But I'd also want to somehow support other communities through DJing. So whether that be setting up a DJ school or having a book or an autobiography, but just and then the proceeds would go towards the cause. And also I think little things like in my generation and also the area I live, I think it could have helped me a lot if I had had more community and youth clubs and things like that. I think there needs to be a return of those things. So yeah, I think investing.
And is DJing your main ambition?
No, I think it was like a hobby that turned into something bigger, which I can't complain. Like, thank you. But I'm definitely interested in other things. So like right now I go to Global Academy, and there we work on content production and media and video editing. So I'm open to anything. Even like I did a BBC workshop and that was in marketing and advertising. So yeah, I like a lot of things.
That's sick.
Yeah.
Bradshaw?
For me, like I said earlier about the consistency thing, it's very much, you know what, I just want to be consistent with what I do. I want to get better at what I do all the time through listening to people, through learning new things, through even, through inventing new things, like doing certain mixes or something. And someone's like, "Rah, never heard that before." Like, mad. And when I look at role models or celebrities and stuff, a lot of people look at the likes of, I don't know, The Rock, for example, and say, I want to be like The Rock. But you know what, for me, I look at people like Steve-O the Madman, like White Yardie, like Malai Hacks, like even people like Milk Tray. Milk Tray is a very big inspiration for me. One, because the craziness that he does on the decks is the craziness that I try and do on the decks, like mixing 4 tracks blindfolded, one-handed, like that's where my courageousness comes in. But just looking up to people like that and getting to that level and then surpassing that level at some point. And I believe that there's never the top. Like when you look at the circuit of DJs, who can you say is at the top? When you say at the top, you can say who is the name you want on every flyer, but that doesn't mean that they're at the top because if I want somebody who's at the top of the I'm a Piano list, I could say, well, Taylor-Rae is a bad, she can show I'm a Piano bad, but then that doesn't mean she's at the top. But then I might choose her over
Whoever,
somebody else.
Or someone else. Yeah. So it's all opinion based, really.
100%.
As well, yeah.
And then so for me, it's just like being respected, like having people's respect. I think it's a very big. It's a very big thing. It's a big thing to have because I respect C6 because I respect everything that he's done. I respect that the time he invests in youth. I respect the time that he's invested in myself. I look at Fats because I can message Fats and say, bro, what do you think about this? And when he can reply, he will reply. And
is it like I'm Bill Gates, you know?
No.
I'm joking.
But it's still on the scene though. Like I said,
I'll reply to that tomorrow.
but like on the scene,
I hear you, but yeah.
I like that. Well, I haven't encountered anyone that's like bossy. Like if I go to somewhere, if I go somewhere, I'm always like, I'm Bradshaw, nice to meet you. Like if I don't know you, then I'm gonna ask you, what's your name? Like, and a lot of people when I came to Wahala with you, Deep Clarity were playing after C6. I know of Deep Clarity through seeing their stuff, and I was like, you know what? It's so nice to meet you. I was like, I'm Bradshaw. He was like, I know who you are. And for me, it didn't go to my head, but it made me feel good because it means I'm doing something right.
Yeah.
Big shooters in the game are knowing my name, and to a certain level, they're respecting what I'm doing.
Could have been the t-shirt. Could have been the t-shirt.
Yeah, I guess.
Hi, I'm DJ Bradshaw.
I know.
No, I'm joking.
My branding has to be has to be top. Like
You keep that.
I take pride in it, and like Taylor-Rae said about her marketing and stuff like that. I do graphic designs. I do tech managing. Like I manage certain things. There's a lot of things that you see on the screen that actually Bradshaw's been the one there 3 hours before setting up and making happen and designing this and designing that. So everything creative, that's what I want to do.
Is that is DJing and this creative side your main ambition?
Yeah, literally anything creative. If I can learn something, then I'll do it. Like recently, I've been learning about sound systems. So I've been to enough events where I don't know the sound's tripped out, and I'm just like, all right, we'll just do that, and they're like, oh, like thank you, because it's weird. A lot of DJs don't know about how to set up sound systems and how to manipulate certain things, which is weird because you do a technical thing, but you don't know that.
Yeah, because they're like drivers, isn't it?
Yeah.
You ask a driver some drivers don't even know that cars need water. They just know about petrol and that's it.
Yeah. It goes.
And it goes. It goes. You can't stop. Petrol's gone out. Calm down. So yeah, I get it. Some people they're just in it and they just go in with the punches. So yeah, that's dope. To be honest here, guys, the original plan was to have you both individually. And you know, because I wanted to get to know you both individually and just give you your own podcast episode. However, our lovely cameraman was moving a little bit crazy in the beginning. And so our time got really pushed back, so we merged it together. But it's not because we just think, just young people, let's chuck them together.
It's been nice.
But the idea of you both, you actually gel together, you know.
Yeah, and this is the first time we've met, and I think
Is
it's
it?
been quite
I was going to say, if you ever work together as well, you know.
No.
This is wrong.
I mean, watch this space though.
Yeah, definitely.
There have been some conversations. So
Okay.
That is sick.
Stop.
That is sick.
take over the world and that.
Yeah, listen, go for it. There's some DJs. Yeah, we was talking with a guest before, and he was talking about American DJs and how big they can get. Funk Flex, DJ Khaled. There's DJs like Jazzy Jeff that are actual celebrities. Now we're not Puffy. He was at the rave yesterday. Yeah. I felt inadequate. Fuck DJ. Puffy. Them man is scratch.
Hey, Puffy is mad.
So I'm seeing them and I'm just. But it is what it is. But there's some DJs that are full on celebrities on their craft. They're not Idris Elba, which is a celebrity doing DJ. They're DJs that have become celebrity. EZ is probably one of the UK ones, and he's not even
Westwood.
He doesn't live up to the celebrity because you can't really see EZ about.
Yeah.
You know, he's got this notoriety. But Westwood, Charlie Sloth. So there are like some really high levels, and I do feel like we will see you guys up there, and it would be really nice if you just stick to it, you know, just keep doing what you're doing and stick to it. You got this natural talent. It's so refreshing to see. It's so refreshing to see. Is there anybody you want to work with?
Taylor-Rae.
I was the same actually. Yeah. No, from meeting, like for me personally, I'm very, very shy. So when I meet people, it's typically actually quite awkward. But when I met him, it's like we've known each other. Like the conversation just flowed. So thank you guys for this actually.
I mean, listen, I was excited to come on the podcast today. Even from time ago, I was like, hey.
I know you pay a lot of interest into what we talk about. So, you know, the old boys do know a couple things.
This is a smidgen.
You know, and it's nice to be able to share our experiences, and that's why we get everyone on. We get so many DJs on to share their experience because every experience is different. You know, we don't know it all, so whatever you got to add is very important. Just help, you know, take this industry to the next level. So
like you learned a new word today.
And not
tokenism.
No, the thing is,
I'm joking.
I did the next 4 podcasts.
No, I did learn a new word today. I did learn a new word today. I did.
You thought it was like when you go bump it.
Well, they say, well, I've got all these tokens. What can I get with my tokenism? What token can I get? But I definitely did learn. But I've learned more than just that. I've learned so much. You get what I'm saying? You guys are proper, like, I've never seen this kind of stuff before.
I think a similarity both finds that we're both dedicated to this thing. Like we were just waiting, and I said to her, like, I want this. And I've heard a couple podcasts before where a couple guys, they were talking, and like in my head I'm thinking, I want this, as in this. I want to do this for long. This is my craft. This is what I want to work for. This is what I want to be. And I think it's important because I mean, you guys must have encountered people that, you know, DJ for them is just like, it's just that it's there. It earns them some small change, and it is what it is. But I'm like, nah.
You want this?
I want this.
Well, I know you do because I've spoke to your dad. You know, we're not brethrens like that, but like we've had a few conversations, particularly the last few months about you. You know, I've got this. I want Bradshaw to do this, and he's like, boy, like slow down a bit. It's like he's, you know, but he's so ambitious. Like sometimes I forget that, so I'm putting him forward for. I put him forward for this tour.
Forgetting that
this
you
tour.
don't drive. You can't get there. How are you gonna get home?
Yeah.
How are you gonna?
So then
can you get into the clubs?
So then I speak to his dad, and his dad like, it's a good opportunity, but you know he's got.
How do you get to Bradford and home?
Oh my days! When you realise, I'm thinking, this is wild. I'm seeing Taylor-Rae in Ghana with NSG doing like living life. You forget that she's 50.
That she might not be. She might come back. And they might
still have to go to college.
I genuinely thought you were older than 15. I thought you were at least 17.
I'll take it as a compliment.
That is dope. So yeah, it's having those conversations just lets me know that he's deadly serious because he said that sometimes might dismiss a conversation, you know, like, but then he's out, he's back upstairs training. You know, like that kid that you telling me can't play football, so he's in his room doing kick-ups. Do you know what I mean? Like that's how serious he is. So it's the fact that you want it. You just got to stick to your guns. You'll get it. You know what I mean? And stay true to yourself. Don't let nothing go to your head. Don't get to play here and now you're too good for everyone. No, always remain humble.
And it's balance as well.
Always remain
You're
humble.
gonna get good ones. You're gonna get bad ones.
And if you ever have a bad set, it's how it goes. We all have them.
Yeah, it happens.
It happens. If you have a bad set, you just use it. Listen to it. If you get a chance, always record your set. Always record your set.
The last 25 sets I've done have been recorded.
Yeah, record it. Listen to it. You don't necessarily just to put it out.
Yeah.
Just to listen to it yourself.
Yeah.
You know,
Take your own tips. See where you went wrong, see where you went right.
And then be able to always improve. I used to be such a harsh critic of myself. I would come out of a rave and be like, didn't like that. And the person I was like, my host or whatever, would be like, sick. I'm like, nah, man. Like that, it was good. Nah. When I played such and such, I didn't mix it right.
Yes.
Like, you're watching the
crowd
thing
did
there.
it,
But I'm thinking to myself, nah, for me to get better, I have to do better. Do better. And
It's easy for us to think like that, dude, because we're so technical.
Yes.
You think like, if I did this, but then you have to look at it from an audience point of view. They heard the song, as long as it didn't clang, they didn't care how it was mixed or when it was mixed.
But that's the difference between being Jazzy Jeff or DJ Jeff.
Yeah.
Who's DJ Jeff?
Was that a genuine question?
Yeah, I'm asking you.
I could have.
You know about Jeff?
No.
You know DJ Jeff? You know Jazzy Jeff?
Yeah.
No, there you go. That's the difference.
Alright. Give out your socials and that, let them know where they can find you.
Cool. So at I am Taylor-Rae, predominantly on Instagram, YouTube too, TikTok at I am Taylor-Rae.
For me, Real DJ Bradshaw on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch. Make sure you follow my Twitch. Twitch is mad. We go live on Twitch. We do crazy stuff. We have a good time. Real DJ Bradshaw.
Sorry, I'm just gonna ask you. Headphones or no headphones?
No headphones, but they're always there if I need them.
Headphones or no headphones?
I've never DJed without headphones.
Who is-
Yeah. I'm just.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Okay. Oh. But that's what's not on the cameras. But yes.
No, I don't know. For me personally, I'm like everything has to be on point with me. So I'm not going to jeopardize feeling crappy on the way out just because I chose not to. I'm not saying like anything bad about people who don't wear headphones, but if I can put in that extra protective measure, why not?
Okay.
Yeah. I'm rooting for you even more.
All right.
Wear your headphones, guys. Wear your headphones. Wear your headphones.
No mask, just headphones. No, I'm joking. I'm playing.
All right.
I'm sure that that's probably going to be a Deck 1, Deck 2 t-shirt.
Yeah.
No mask, just headphones.
Wear your headphones.
It's not a bad slogan.
The
The t-shirts are right. We got the t-shirts out. So
You got credit Taylor-Rae somewhere.
yeah, you never know. We might have to get that one. Still.
Guys, give us your sizes. We'll get you a couple bits over merchandise. I've said it on the camera. This is courtesy of Fats. But we'll get us your sizes. We'll get some t-shirts over to them.
Thank you.
Why are you looking at me like that? Can't you give?
Yeah. Sorted.
Thank you.
Alright, so make sure you're following Deck 1, Deck 2 on Insta, Deck 1, Deck 2 podcast, youtube.com/Deck 1, Deck 2, and you can catch us on soundcloud.com/Fats Official UK.
And any podcast streaming site, by the way.
I have a very quick question.
Go.
When is the under 18 DJ class?
Oh, yeah, if they want it,
You don't have until June.
Like, no what?
I'm 18, so
I'll be 16.
Wait,
I'm 21.
would you not do it? Would you do it?
Yeah.
Would you do it?
Yeah. In the last one, I was like, get me on there, man.
You want to do it? You want to get under
100%.
Under what? 18?
Yeah.
Under
This guy's
18 one.
funny.
All right, cool. No. I was in talks the other day with someone who's got a venue, and we're gonna start getting it
Not
going.
even being bossy, but
Yeah,
just coming together like me and Taylor-Rae have done
Yeah,
today and bring more of us.
Yeah, we'll get it
and
done.
a little bit of friendly competition and see you
Nothing ain't wrong with that. I'm an advocate.
He's an advocate. He's like, his name is C Clashman 6.
I'm on it. I don't necessarily
Hashtag dubs for days.
Yeah, it's not even a dumb thing. I just love it. I love the competition. I love clashing.
Especially when it's friendly competition.
Yeah,
as well.
and I'm not.
There's no bad.
I don't lose, but if I did, I wouldn't mind.
Oh.
But I don't lose.
Alright,
Losing is fair.
But then, man.
Fair enough.
we're done. Let's wrap up.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming, guys.
No problem.
Next episode.
Thank you for having
Next
me.
one, to the future.